Well, why don't I feel that? I have more than them. I should feel better than they do, right? But what is that? So gratitude feels awesome. It's something that we all want to feel more often, especially if you're anything like me and you have just so much to be grateful for and you want to feel it more often. You're like, I have all these awesome things. I'm so appreciative of where I'm at and where I've got, but like there's the gap between feeling it. Because we might be grateful, but what we actually want is to feel the gratitude. The feeling of the gratitude is the part that feels so awesome. And this is something that I got wrong for a lot of years. So I've come from like a psychology background, but then also a more new age spirituality type background a while ago. And if you've been around that kind of space, it's very woo woo. It's very spirituality based, talking about energies and maybe chakras and all that stuff. And gratitude is brought up a lot. Well, why is that? Well, gratitude is an extremely powerful emotion. Yes, it is an emotion. And if you are feeling gratitude, you can't also be feeling hatred. You can't be feeling a lot of these more negative feelings, right? And so we try to pressure ourselves more into, oh, I should be grateful, or I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling upset, but I have all these things, so I should be grateful, right? But we use the lack of feeling of gratitude as a mechanism for shame. I should, which is how we shame ourselves, I should be feeling grateful for this. I should be happy and I should be feeling this. And so anytime that we're not feeling good, but we look around us and we see all of these awesome things that we have, we tend to shame ourselves with, I should be more happy. I should be more appreciative. I shouldn't be complaining because I have all these things. It could be so much worse. All these other people who I, whoops. All these other people that I see who don't have all these luxuries that I have. Well, we don't see them really complaining. We don't see them shaming themselves. And so we assume that they're better off. We see lots of people who are happy and don't have all the things that we have. And so then we try to fill in the gap. Well, why don't I feel that? I have more than them. I should feel better than they do, right? But what is that? That's judgment, comparison. Our mind is always trying to help us, right? It's trying to, hey, I want you to feel better, so I'm going to tell you that you're better than them. But like, it also is trying to let you know that something is wrong, but it doesn't know how to fix it. It's just like, I don't feel adequate enough and I don't feel whole. So I'm going to project because I can't admit that there's something wrong with me because that would hurt. But your brain and your body doesn't want to hurt. So it tricks you. And the biggest lie that it tells you is that you should be grateful. Because how do you refute that? How do you be like, no, mind, I shouldn't be grateful? Like, what? When you look around and you see all the things that you have, it is so abundantly clear and obvious that, yes, you should be grateful. So how do you argue with it? Well, that's the distinction between the I should be grateful or are you grateful? Are you feeling grateful? Because here's the thing. I tried gratitude for a long time. And I always found myself in the same position. I would think about, okay, I should be grateful. And it would help a little bit, but it was never really long lasting. The real trick, I mean, I know this is terrible for video retention and whatever, but the real trick is being grateful. No, But the real trick is feeling grateful, not just being grateful. There's, when you, it's a little bit of a difficult distinction to make, but if you're telling yourself, yes, I'm grateful that I woke up today and that I was able to have meals no problem without having to think about it. But if you're saying you're grateful, but you're not feeling the gratitude, you're only getting one piece of the puzzle, and both are required. And the latter one is the most important one. Like, you can feel grateful, you can feel gratitude without saying it. You don't have to label it and say, I am grateful. You can just be silent and not have any words and still feel gratitude towards where you're at, what you've got going on, all of the people around you. Even you can feel grateful for the weather, for, maybe your hair looks good today. I don't think mine does, but that's all right. I can still be grateful that I have hair. And you're not trying to trick yourself. There is no tricks when it comes to feeling gratitude. You're either feeling gratitude or you're not. And shaming yourself by saying, I should feel grateful because I've got hair and other people don't. Well, then if that's all you do and you leave it at that, again, that's only half the piece. That's a Band-Aid. But if you want to really reap the benefits of gratitude, you have to feel it as well. The reason why the reminder of, oh, I should be grateful feels productive is because it's a Band-Aid. It's placebo. It's a mini reminder like, oh yeah, maybe I should be grateful. But we leave it at that. And what I'm telling you is that if you've been there and you remind yourself to be grateful and you remind yourself that you have all these things and that you should be doing this, I'm not telling you to stop. I'm telling you to go all the way, to just fucking finish it. You need to feel the gratitude and to feel the love, because that is the part after the words that makes the difference. If you only stop at, I should feel grateful, or you can even tell yourself, I am grateful for these things. It will get you closer. The words that you use do matter. Saying, I am grateful for this beautiful day. It does evoke more of that feeling than saying, I should be grateful for this. Because try it. Okay, I want you to try this with me. we're going to be silly. And we'll say, I should be grateful that I have nose hair. And say it like that. And then, so I'll say it with you. I should be grateful that I have nose hair. And you think about it. I'm like, okay. And then we'll try it the second way. And we'll say, I am grateful that I have nose hair. Do you notice the difference? There's a slight shift in the way that it lands in your body. Now this time we're going to try it without saying any words, but we're just going to feel. And this might take a couple times for you to get it right. And it does take practice, especially if you haven't done it very often. But maybe close your eyes, take a deep breath, do whatever is going to help you get into that state, and just feel the gratitude for having nose hairs, but try to separate yourself from the language and the mind. Just focus on the feeling. And now there's probably going to be words that come up, and it might help you get there. But once you get locked into that feeling of gratitude, once you find it, just dial that shit up to like 11. And then you'll really start to feel like, wow, okay, that is the gratitude. That is what you want, and that you're shaming yourself for not having. It's a practice. It is takes time. It is difficult to always be reminding ourselves that, oh, I should be doing this and I should be doing that. Stop shoulding yourself to death and just do it. Just be it. If you find yourself reminding, oh, I should be grateful, say, there it is. I should be grateful. And then ask yourself a follow-up question. Is this something that I am grateful for? Or is this something that I do want to feel gratitude towards? You have to make the choice and decide, because there's a lot of things that we should be grateful for, but maybe we're not really feeling gratitude towards that right now. But there's almost always something else that there is. And so we need to find what that is for us in that moment. And it can be something silly. It can be that, you've got all of your fingers that are working, and that maybe your hands, maybe you can feel gratitude that your hands aren't freezing right now, because having cold hands that are like stiff, that sucks. So like, oh, my hands are warm, that like I can move them really well right now. Like, that's awesome. And that feeling is the one that you're really after. When you're saying, I should be happy that my hands can move right now, it's absent of the feeling. And I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but I'm just trying to get it through to you that saying you should be grateful, saying I am grateful, are not the same thing as feeling gratitude. The feeling and the emotion is what is necessary here to get what you're looking for. You have to get out of your mind and get into your body. But this is something that I help people with. If you want to work with me, my name's Damien. I'm a coach in the Department of War. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I'm a master resilience trainer. I've been doing this for a while. And this is one of my favorite things to do, is help people really enjoy their lives. And I have a free 7-day mini course in the description. It's totally free. I put a lot of effort into it. And I think it's fucking awesome, and it's going to help you a ton. It's 7 days. The biggest thing is getting present and getting back to being yourself and operating here and now. But in there, I've got a values worksheet. I've got an emotion map. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff in it that I think you will find extremely beneficial. And it's totally free. And the last thing that I'll leave you with is that I'm very grateful to have you here with me, and to have you making the conscious effort to make these changes and to improve your life, and to actually be able to enjoy this beautiful and wonderful life that you've built without constantly bombarding yourself and beating yourself up over things that you should be doing. Because shoulding does not help you get there. And if this has been helpful to you, check out this video here or somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I'm pretty new to this, to be honest, but I have a lot of amazing and awesome things to share with you. And so it would be awesome, and I would be so grateful if you checked it out. I'll see you in the next one.